Morning, everybody. It's sunny today, so it's going to be an interesting video shoot. Just on my way into a meeting this morning, I wanted to pop on here and share a couple thoughts. Welcome to, today is Wednesday, an awesome day. Every day is an awesome day. I get asked oftentimes, like, how do you guys get so much done in a day? And I'll be honest, I personally don't think that we do, because we know people that really are super high performing humans, and compared to them, I feel like we're completely ineffectual most of the time, comparatively speaking. But I guess we do accomplish more in a day than what some people do, for sure. And no matter what's going on, we always manage to put something in there for our business, because it's important to us that we're moving forward every single day to helping more people and creating the lifestyle that we want for our kids and our family. So what I would say is, the biggest topic of this is the tyranny of the urgent, the ready supply of minutia. There is a massive amount of distraction available to each one of us every single day. And that distraction comes, clothed in pretty legitimate activities. The barking dog, the laundry needs to be done, the grass needs to be mowed, the fence needs to be stained, the hinges fell off the screen door. My office is a mess. The filing, the email replies, the social media notifications, the email ping, the text messaging. Every single one of those kinds of things can act as the tyranny of the urgent. Stephen Covey talks a lot about this. It's a fantastic read. And I can't remember if it's in Principle-Centered Leadership or The 7 Habits. I can't remember, but fantastic book. He talks about the tyranny of the urgents and the urgency quadrants. He talks about, making sure that there's 4 quadrants. One is not urgent, but important. The next quadrant is urgent and important. The next quadrant is not urgent, not important, and the other quadrant is urgent and not important. And I might have doubled up one of those, but the essence of it is most of us should be spending time in things that are not urgent and yet important. And those are things like journaling. Those are things like making calls to prospects. Those are things like following up. They are not urgent because it's not the ringing of a phone, it's not the clamoring of a child, it's not the distraction of the email ding or whatever. They're not urgent, but yet they're the most important things that you can do. That's where we should be spending probably 70-80% of our time, is in those activities. And yet where most of us spend our time is in urgent, not important activities. And these are the terrible time waster activities. My friend Darren calls them the scroll hole of Facebook, the things that are not important to your major goals in life and are not necessarily urgent. That's where we spend a lot of time. The other place that we find ourselves spending a lot of time is in those distractions of the minutia. I heard a trainer call it, there's a ready supply of minutia. And that's the things that feel important to us at the moment because they need to be done, because they feel urgent, but they're not important to your life's mission, they're not important to your major goal. So Stephen Covey again does a talk on the big rocks philosophy, and if you can go Google that, I might post a link in the comments to a talk he did on big rocks, and I think it's really important to get this concept. But the basis of it is simple. A professor had a pickle jar that he brought down in front of his class, and wanted to demonstrate something about life. And in the pickle jar, he put some fist-sized rocks, that big, and filled it right up, and asked the class if it was full. The class said yes, it was. So then the professor got some gravel, smaller sized stones, put them on top of the big rock, shook them, put them on top of the big rock, shook them, put them on top of the big rock, shook them, and filled some of the cracks. Asked the class if the jar was full. The class said of course it was full. So then the instructor got sand, put sand on top, shook it, shook it, shook it, shook it, put a whole bunch of sand into the full jar. And he asked the class if it was full. Of course it's full. So then he got a jar of water and poured a whole bunch of water into the jar. And then the jar truly was full. And so he asked the class, what's the important lesson from this? And a lot of people said, well, if you get really good at shaking and juggling, you can fit everything in. And that's what most of us do. Is we think if we rejig our to-do list, if we relook at our planners, if we get really forceful and try to jam things, we can jam more things into our days. That's not the messaging that you want to take away from that. The messaging is this: if you wouldn't have put the big rocks in first, they never would have fit. Too many of us try to put the big rocks in last. So when you're looking at your day, when you're looking at your week, determine those big rock things. Those things like family time, those things like time with your spouse, those things like time for your health. And then when we was talking specifically about your business, those things like making prospecting calls, those things like making follow-up calls. Those are, right? Those are your big rock activities. Everything else is small rocks. And if you don't block out time in your day for those big rocks, the tyranny of the urgent will fill your day with the ready supply of minutia, and you'll find yourself at the end of the week saying, man, I am exhausted. And you can't point to one thing you accomplished on your big goals and your big dreams, because the tyranny of the urgent and the ready supply of minutia kept you away from it. So just some food for thought, guys. Hope you have a great day. Follow us on all the different social medias, The Dream Big Life. If you like this, please drop a like on this. If you found some value in this, comment. What did you like best? If you really think other people can help, share this video, share this message. Really appreciate it. We're trying to help as many people as we can. So have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the sunshine. If you're out on the island today, if you're somewhere where it's not sunny, enjoy the day anyway, because it's the only day you got. Have a good one. Bye now.